Hey everyone, Jesse here from ParkBench.com. Today I have the pleasure of interviewing Scott Russey, real estate advisor with Remax One and sponsor and ambassador of a local community website all about Northern Calvert County in Maryland. Thanks for joining us, Scott. How are you?
Thanks, Jesse. I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thanks so much for taking the time to chat. We're looking forward to getting to know you a little bit more today.
Yeah, thank you as well.
So, what I want to start with is tell us why you first became a real estate agent and really how long you've been in the industry.
So it's an interesting route. So I wasn't first in residential, I was in commercial. So my brother, 10 years my senior, had a commercial real estate business up in Connecticut. So I left college early when I in Florida and moved to Connecticut. And then I spent the next 25 years basically in commercial real estate management. And at the end, I got tired of the corporate grind. I thought I'd met some agents before that I didn't think were uh, did as good a job as I thought that I could do. And so I decided to what I thought at the time what might be like semi-retirement, like I would do this part-time, and it's turned into a passion for me and a full-time business. And I just love helping people. So this was about 4 years ago that I joined the residential side.
Amazing. So obviously lots of experience in the industry and I like the confidence. So what is it that really does make you stand out as a real estate agent?
Well, I think my passion comes through for everybody. I mean, I learned a lot in the commercial side. I learned how to negotiate contracts. I knew how to have difficult conversations. But I think the passion is that, um, for instance, my first client was a dear friend of mine, and she didn't think she could own. She was a single mother, didn't think she could afford a home to live in. And I just said to her, why do you want to pay somebody else's mortgage? And she said, I don't, but I don't know what to do. So I connected her with one of my people that I knew as a lender, had been introduced to me. He showed her how she could do it, how she would actually pay less in mortgage and than she was paying in rent. And so 3 years on, she's in the home of her dreams, and she's building her own equity, and she's so thankful. So, and so that's the sort of thing that really energizes me, is helping people realize their dreams, not just first-time buyers, but empty nesters. I've dealt with quite a bit, and folks in the military relocating to this area, because this is a lot of military and government people that transfer in and out all the time.
Wow. That's great. Well, like that's already an amazing story. Do you have any other like really memorable experiences with clients that you'd like to share?
So yeah, I did. There was a husband and wife and their 10-year-old son. The husband had gotten a new job with one of the big utilities here, and they were moving from Denver. And they had 2.5 days here in Maryland to find a home,
Oh,
put a
wow.
contract on it, get back, pack up, and come here in time for their 10-year-old son to get registered for school. So I set aside about 10 and a half hours each day. This was in the summer. And all we did was drive and drive and drive and just look at properties, look at properties. They finally found the one they wanted to put an offer in on. We put it in. They got it. They took off. They packed up. They came back and moved in. And so it was a long, grueling weekend for me.
Yeah.
And in the end, it was really enjoyable. And they wrote me a wonderful review.
Yeah, definitely going the extra mile there for sure.
Right.
That's amazing. And what about any odd requests you've had working with clients?
Yeah, it's interesting. Everybody has different tastes in homes, but the thing is that I get a call at like 7 o'clock in the evening from a client of mine who's a buyer, and she's in a neighborhood that's about 35 minutes away, and she says, "I'm standing in front of a house, and I want to see it now." And I said, well, I can't do it right now. I'm with my family. But we worked it out. We got to see it the very next day. A lot of people are afraid that if they don't see it now and they don't put an offer in it right away, they're going to lose it. But the
Yeah.
market isn't moving that fast. So,
Yeah. Especially when it's like teleportation skills aren't really a thing we figured out
yeah,
yet. So
exactly.
that's great. So outside of work, what do you like to do for fun?
So I'm involved in the community here. I'm on the Economic Development commission in Calgary County. But my real passion is working with my son and his Boy Scout troop. I got roped into being the Scoutmaster a year or so ago. I was a Boy Scout myself, but I promised myself I wasn't going to get that involved, but somehow I got there. But I enjoy the outdoors. I enjoy camping, hiking, everything that we do outdoors. It's a joy, and just being around younger people keeps me young, I think, and you know, partially keeps me in shape because I got to keep up with these kids on the trail. So that's what I do. I used to play a lot of golf, but that takes up a lot of time on the weekend that I don't have anymore. So
Yeah, that makes sense. That's
yeah.
great. So, what is it you really love most about living and working in Northern Calvert County?
Okay, so we chose Northern Calvert County basically for the schools. Where we were at the time when we adopted our two sons, the schools weren't rated very well. So we moved here. There's more space. It's a mix between agricultural, residential, and small town centers, which really appeal to us. And we love the people here. Everybody's so friendly. The pace is a little bit slower than the rest of the metropolitan area. We're on the Chesapeake Bay. So that's really what I enjoy doing. And now that I don't have to commute to DC, it's even better.
Yeah, yeah, getting rid of commutes in general is always the best thing. So that's fantastic. So it's obvious that you care about your community because you have sponsored these local community websites about this area. So why do you think it is so important to support small business and to shop local?
Listen, I'll be frank. Supporting local businesses and is the foundation of my business. I mean, I'm in real estate, so the better the businesses are flourishing here, and the population is growing, and people are becoming wealthier, the more business I have, the more people who are looking for homes or looking to sell homes. So that's really it. And besides, Calvert County has a long agricultural history. It has some of the best produce and meat that you can find anywhere. And so
Wow.
I love shopping local. We belong to a cooperative here where we get food once a quarter. So it's nice.
That's amazing. It definitely sounds like an incredible place to live and a place to work. So your
Yes.
community is blessed to have you to help highlight small business and really be a part of it. So this was really, really great. Did you have something else you want to add?
Yeah, I was just going to say, people always comment that for whatever reason in Calvert County, the sky is different anywhere else. You get these amazing sunsets
Oh,
that I, for some reason, just a county over, I never saw, or at least I never noticed. So it's beautiful, but everyone comments about it. So
wow. Well, we're definitely going to have to include some photos of those sunsets
yeah,
underneath this interview. That's fantastic.
absolutely.
Awesome. All right. Well, thanks so much for taking the time to join today, everyone. Once again, this was Scott Russey, real estate advisor with Remax One. Be sure to check out his local community websites. And if you have a small business and you'd like to be featured, reach out to him today to be featured on the site as well. Thanks so much for your time. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Thanks, Jesse. You as well.